Once upon a time, in a galaxy far, far away, there were two techs named.
Nope. Nope. Fuck it.
What the fuck, man?
Keep it short.
Fuck you, kid. When I was a service tech, there was this trailer park in the area I worked in, and there was so much ingress coming from this trailer park that the system tech pulled the return pad, right?
Yep.
So he killed the return for the entire fucking trailer park. So immediately, there's about 70 trailers roughly in this trailer park.
Jesus.
Well, immediately we had, I don't know, about 10 trouble calls in there, right?
Yep.
So, of course you're going to have trouble calls. You pull the fucking return. Well, I was supposed to go out. They took me out of production this day, and I was supposed to go out and figure out which, before we put the pad back, figure out which one, how many were actually supposed to be active, right? Because it was built aerial, and then it went down and went underground through the subdivision, through the trailer park.
Yep.
And he wanted me to verify every drop and see which one fed and then if they were supposed to be disconnected, disconnect them, yada yada, before they put the pad back. And they had already talked to the manager of the trailer park. Said we'll get everybody back on within this week. We got some problems out there, yada yada.
Wait,
Of
this
course,
week, how long did you have him fucking shut off for?
about 3 days.
Damn, I'd be fucking
Yeah,
pissed.
it was like 3 days, man. They did this on like a Wednesday. I got like 15 or 20 of these verify service SROs, like a whole list of them, probably more than that. I don't remember. But there was one, probably 70 of them. I know there was a shit ton of them, but it was all of them were for verified tags and what was supposed to be active and what was supposed to be disconnected and all that shit. Well, anyway, I go out there and there was this one account that I pulled up that I called dispatch. I'm like, there's no way this guy has this many cable boxes because it just kept listing them. I remember how you could see them on your work order?
Yep.
They just kept
Wait, your
coming.
paperwork order or your digital work order?
Your digital work
Yeah,
order.
yeah, yeah. How was A, B, C, D, E, F, G, so on and so
Yeah,
forth?
yeah. They just kept coming, right? Like they
Yeah.
were all the way down. I was like, there's no way this guy in a trailer park's got this many pieces of equipment. And I called into dispatch and I'm like, this don't make no sense. And she starts looking. Turned out the guy had 72 cable boxes on his account.
Whoa.
This was before I got over there. I called and I was like, this don't look right. And I was looking at it. I was actually in a gas station parking lot eating my donut and drinking my milk before I went over there. And I was talking to her and I was like, this ain't right, man. Well, I get over there. Then that was the first one I hit, right? Was the one that had that kind of threw up a red flag. I get over there and this is no bullshit. They're about 15 or 20 trailers deep, like in one, like they're horizontal and they're lined next to each other. Boom, 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 boom. There was a line running out that guy's window, hitting a splitter, running to a cable line, running into the next one's fucking window. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I just kept walking. They were looped out of each one of their windows almost all the way down, like 18 trailers down.
Oh my god.
And they were barreled together with like Walmart cable, like 18 trailers deep, man. And dude, you remember, like when you pick up a cable box, it's full of roaches.
Yep.
All right, and they just scatter.
Well, yeah, that's why I
This
always
is what-
fucking dropped him first.
Well, this is what happened. I went to the tap and I cut his drop. Okay, because you got to think they were all DTA, so they all still worked, right?
Yeah.
I cut that thing. People scattered like cockroaches.
Oh my
Like,
god.
what the fuck? What the fuck? And I called my boss and I'm like, dude, this guy, and I explained the situation. He said, leave it disconnected. Just leave it disconnected. The guy gets pissed. He comes outside. I paid my bill this month. All this shit.
Yeah, yeah, same fucking regular custom bullshit.
And I'm like, dude, do you realize that you live in a 2-bedroom single wide? There's no way you have this many pieces of equipment. Well, those ain't mine. They're my neighbors. I'm like, well, how did your neighbors get them? Well, if I go up there and they charge me $5 a month, I charge them $15. He told on himself, right?
Oh my god. And that's specifically in the fucking guidelines when you sign the contract saying that you can't fucking do that.
Oh yeah, dude. And he just straight up told on himself. He's like, if they charge me $5, I'm charging them 15. And I was like, you realize that's illegal, right? Illegal. And what ended up happening from that, like when I cut that, all these people's cussing at me. The cops had to come. Like it started like a mini riot, dude. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And,
People fucking go crazy over stupid shit like that.
Yeah, it was insane. What
They
ended
don't
up
have
happening
their fucking
though?
Murray, then they're gonna lose their shit.
But if you were wondering, that big hump in the carriers where they pull the return pad come from that. If you were wondering, when I cut it, I had to call a system tech that was actually close to me, and I said, "Can you please check this?" And he was actually ended up being the one that pulled it to begin with. He went over there and he went up to that amp that was feeding that underground, and he stuck it. He said it was flat. I was like,
awesome.
No shit. So I was like, cool. So I didn't even have to do all those verify services they gave me. I had to do that one, and when I cut it, it was like scattering cockroaches. Old dude was madder than hell. The cops came. From what I understand, like a few weeks later, my supervisor told me at one of them meetings that they pressed charges against the guy. So I don't know whatever happened of it.
I was going to say, you
shit.
always fucking hear about that FCC bullshit. You got to tell me, this is out of anybody who should fucking get in trouble. It sounds like it should be this fucking douchebag.
Yeah, dude, it was a fucked up deal, man.
I had a guy down in Mass who fucking, I still don't understand his theory behind it. Never even knew if it worked, but he literally had this huge ass antenna in his backyard, and he fucking took his services out of his fucking cable box, backfed it into this huge ass fucking antenna, and hit
Lord.
I don't know. I want to say it was like 8 fucking 15 dB drop amps.
To feed what?
To feed the fucking antenna. To supposedly
did he have like an A/B switch to like go back and forth?
Dude, I don't fucking know what it was. Supposedly his neighbors had like he was some fucking electrical engineer. So he backfed the signal through a fucking antenna to put it back into the air and gave the fucking neighbors little receivers to drop it back into the fucking houses.
How the fuck?
Dude,
I've heard some crazy shit like that.
I don't fucking know.
Like how antennas work though is like there's a certain like footage or how far they have to be built, like 72 inches for this frequency or whatever. I learned about that shit in system tech class. I don't fucking remember it.
Yeah.
But the guy was so smart that there's a certain like length that you have to build each antenna for a certain frequency. So like if you're trying to get 107 megahertz, you got to get a certain length, and that shit's really interesting. But yeah, of course, an electrical engineer would know how. But that fucking place must have been screaming,
dude. I couldn't even fucking. I still to this day I say if I have cancer, I want them to go back and check his soil in his front yard because I probably have it from there.
That's hilarious.
No, nope, not even a little.
I would have just cut his drop like I did at the trailer park.
Dude, I fucking couldn't. He had it fucking buried underground going up a fucking pipe all the way up to the fucking top of the goddamn thing.
I would have cut the pipe.
I was just going to run my truck into it, but I wouldn't have passed a P test. Like what you just heard? Then don't forget to click that subscribe button. Questions for the host or just want to say hello? You can email us at catvtechtalk@gmail.com or find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/catvtechs. Thanks again for joining us, and don't forget, climbing, crawling, drilling, and driving is just the beginning.